Good day, viewers. How are you doing today? It's a wonderful Wednesday here on Plus TV Africa. My name is P R to the E to the double Z Y Prezi, and it's good to actually have you join us on the tea time today. Well, I'm so excited because every Wednesday you have to see my face, but not just my face. Today I have the amazing, even though it's just one person joining me on the show today. But ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome my co-host, the one and only O to the M to the A to the Oma. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
You look beautiful, by the way, I must say.
I know, right?
And your dimple is, I don't know.
Always on point.
It feels like that's where my destiny lies, but. But how are you doing today, Oma?
I'm fine. I'm good.
I like your hair as well.
Thank you so much. It's my birthday week,
Oh my goodness.
Like tomorrow is my birthday precisely, so.
Is that the idea behind all of this?
I always look beautiful, person.
No, I'm not saying you don't look beautiful. I'm just saying, is that like the major idea why you decided to like look all,
Yes.
Okay.
It's I just want this week to be like when you see me, you ask me what's going on, and I'll tell you, the queen was born.
Right.
Yes, but I don't want to hear that on my birthday. I want to hear, can I get your account number?
Okay, we'll talk about that later though. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still tea time on Plus TV Africa. Do not forget you can actually, join the show by, subscribing first to our YouTube channel, Plus TV Africa Lifestyle, and you can drop your comment and also tell us what you feel about the topics as well as the content that we drop here on the show. Kicking off today's show, unfortunately, we'll not be having the normal routine, which is the trending video, but we have some stories which we'll be discussing here on the tea time. And starting off right now is one story that actually broke the internet, and this particular story has gone on for a while, and it involves one of the biggest music group as well as some of the biggest music personalities that we know already. And I'm talking about P Square, but specifically I'll be talking about Peter because he is actually the major focus in this story. The P Square family feud has actually reached the courtroom. If you remember, some weeks or months ago, that actually happened with Peter Okoye testifying against his brother and his former manager, Jude Okoye, in a case of alleged 1.38 billion Naira fraud. Peter has actually reported Jude and his company, which is Northside Music, to the EFCC, where he leading to a 7-count charge of money laundering and fraud against Jude, who denies the allegation. In court, which was yesterday, being Tuesday, Peter detailed his concerns over Jude's financial management as their sole signatory and also cited instances of alleged mismanagement, including blocked funds and also denied access to royalty information. He also claimed his attempts for financial transparency were resisted by both Jude and his brother as well, which is Paul, prompting his legal action to investigate suspected irregularities within Northside Music Limited. So, Oma, I know you must have heard about this story, and maybe also you've been following the story as well. For me, when I heard this story, it's brought a different view entirely, about the whole P Square fracas or saga, So I don't know if you have something to say before I finally have to say something about this.
Well, this issue between Peter, this P Square thing in general, I think it's been years. Mm-hmm. It's so exhausting. It's tiring. One minute they settled, 1 minute they've gone back to the back and forth. But for me, the deal breaker there for me was when I heard that Peter had to go talk about his brother and all.
Like testifying.
Right? What happens to talking about it?
Okay, behind.
Yes.
It's not. Okay, I never saw it from this angle, though.
No, what happens to family is for it to get to this extent. Are you saying the family rules, family bonds is broken and all of that? Why would it get to the point of EFCC? Yeah. And we know that one of the biggest police or whatever thing in Nigeria is EFCC and all. For me, I feel like, how do I put it? I'm trying to get my words right, but I just feel it's enough. I'm tired of the...
But there was something he said that, you're right, because I never even thought about it in that angle. But he mentioned something about his mental health, right? Prioritizing his peace of mind over family. Because he said something on his Instagram yesterday that, if you allow family can be a reason why you go down as a person, right? So I think I understand what you mean by going behind closed doors, settling. But if you notice, from the onset of all of these issues, they've tried. In fact, a lot of personalities, like even Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, got involved in this same issue.
A lot have tried to settle the roots behind them and all of that.
And again, aside the fact that they are brothers, this is the major issue here is the fact that they were business partners, so to say, right? Music is a business as well, right? So I don't want to believe, because they said there's no family in business. I think that's like the right way people put it. So don't you think that that's like one of the issues why he decided to, like, take it to the EFCC, and so that the issue can actually be trashed out?
Well, that's another point, and a very great one at that. It's true. Probably has tried to reach out, and the whole thing is not giving positive response and all of that, yes. But the whole of this drama has taught me, like you said, family shouldn't be involved in business and all of that. Right. And there is this saying that if you don't want your business to go far, involve family in it. Okay, yeah. But if you want it to go far, don't involve family in it. Yeah. So I think this whole thing, their career has been based on family this, family that, family this, family that, and all of that. So, and the fact that, like you said, a lot of people have tried to settle these people, and it keeps coming out over and over again, is one thing where I'm like, when I saw the news, I was like, if this will end this, please let it hold.
But I don't even think it's going to end it, because, I mean, reading through the story, right, he said that he noticed that there was some irregularities that were happening with the P Square Fund, so to say, right? Money coming into, from their music making as a group back then, you get. So that was like one of the things that triggered him to go report. He did it through his lawyer.
This is not the first time.
Yes, I understand. But aside the personal issues they were having, this one now is more like strictly business. Like, this is...
That's what I'm saying. This strictly business thing, this is not the first time. What happened to talking about this the other time when you went to the EFCC and all of that? But then they were trying to cover up and all of that. And we're saying that when the time is right, it will come out. Now it's out. They were trying to cover it as at then, trying to make it look like it's nothing serious, But we, the viewers, and we watching from home, we could see that it was more than the way they were putting it, yeah? But my own now is, okay, fine, you noticed one or two things. Are you saying you didn't notice it then?
Well, it's possible, actually. I mean, just saying.
It's possible. Are you saying you didn't notice it then? Why now? Why now?
So what you're saying now is maybe because of the issues, the personal issues he has had with his brothers, right? Must have made him now.
Yes, I feel like that's the foundation. Do you understand? It's more like everything is about to die down, and it's like maybe he personally feel like I'm not letting this die down anytime
soon. Or maybe he's even feeling like they've seen him so much of, like, maybe like a fool,
Yeah, so he wants to bite, like, like they used to say, allow the sleeping dog lie. So in his mind, you guys think I've been lying down, so you've been doing anyhow. Now it's time for me to bite. So I want to come out and bite. So he's trying to, like, hold on to many things and climb the ladder to go to where he's going to. Like he said, then, like, we don't see this ending anytime soon, which is true. But at the same time, I feel like it should end, because all of this, like they used to say, is from one discussion or one thing that another thing comes out. Involving an EFCC now, don't be surprised that tomorrow we hear another person. Okay, they said this person was involved. This issue going on now is going to open a lot of things. That's one thing that is starting.
You're actually very right, because I read a part where they said there was a kind of duplication with the record label or the music company, so to say. I think there's one named, the original music group was Northside Entertainment. So they noticed that Jude actually created another company with that same name, almost the same name, which is Northside Limited or something like that. So it's just, even me, I never even knew, like, about all of this.
And all of this also lingered to the song issue about giving the song to another person,
or who owns one song.
All of that, I said, you see this thing, that's why I said, you see this thing, it's going to open a lot of things. We are going to see many things.
But really, let's not talk so much about the problem, right? Is there actually a possible solution? Because this is an issue with three brothers, and like I mentioned, a lot of persons have gotten involved in trying to settle this issue between the brothers, right? And it's not looking like nobody wants to, like, accept that, peace, if I put it that way.
This brings me to the men.
Okay.
Do you understand? This is involving 3 men. Now, growing up as a child, right from our old times, if you check the pattern in which most parents then train their children, you are older than this person, you are older than this person. So if this oldest person should offend you, you're supposed to still apologize to the older person. I think that's one of their major issues. Aside that, let's put that aside. Men,
ego issues. That what you're talking about?
Your gender. That's why I'm saying no. Your gender, you guys have ego.
Okay.
Why should I bow to you? Do you understand?
Yeah.
But guess what? It's the ones that feel like I will not apologize to you. But bro, what's up? Are you fine? Let's forget about what happens. Or the ones that your gender have to be people that they don't talk about it though. But once they say bro, alpha, that's it. But see these 3 people, they are brothers. One is claiming to be older than this person. This one is claiming to be older than this person. So the oldest now is saying, why are these other 2 not bowing down to me? This middle one is saying, why is this one not bowing down to me? Why is the eldest not accepting that he did something wrong? This youngest is not feeling like, why are the 2 of you trying to hide under the umbrella of seniority?
Confusion actually.
Thank you. So there's a lot of things here, but for me, I feel like my own solution, like what I feel is the solution, allegedly, is
okay.
allegedly is they come together. Before they come together, let each person tell themselves in their heart. The first question I'll ask them if they are sitting here is, are you not tired? But someone that is willing to resolve an issue is actually tired of fighting.
Wow.
But you see the one that is not tired of fighting, even if you call them to a meeting, they will keep quiet and listen to you. But guess what? What is in their mind is what they are going to do once they leave that place.
Okay, so because of time, right? I'm actually enjoying this conversation because it's something people have not like really sat down to think about.
Yeah.
I know it's not. Some people say it's not our business,
Yeah.
but it's still our business
Our
because
business.
you know we want them to settle and
It's
we
our
want
business.
all of
We
these
are their
issues.
fan.
Yes,
So it's our business.
we want all of these issues to actually die down. But let's quickly delve into the last trending.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
now here's the thing. What I would say to conclude all of this is, if P-Square wants to settle all of this, each of them should have it at their mind that, okay, fine, we are willing to settle. Once they are willing to settle, that bond that was once broken, the trust that was once broken, the love that is broken, they will now, once you accept that, okay, it's fine, it's time to settle.
Yeah.
When you are trying to like make up for old times and all of that, the love will help everything build up. But when the anger is still there, nothing can be mended.
Actually.
So that's it.
Actually. Anyways, moving on to our next story. This one talks about Nollywood actress Adebimpe Oyebade, who is actually called Mobimpe. She has actually been deeply hurt by a recent online attack from a troll regarding her childlessness. A video circulating online shows that the actress was in tears after a particularly vicious comment was made using her womb for ritualistic purposes. And this is quite strong. And the story actually, this is not the first time that she has actually faced an insensitive remark about, her childlessness. And, there was a time we talked about this whole issue of social media trolling and how people disrespect a lot of celebrities online and all of that. And for me personally, I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that, because you can't regulate the number of people online. You can't also regulate, these days people even create accounts just for that purpose. People create, I know there's something they call, is it bots that, they can generate something like that. I know there's how they do that actually. But what do you think about this? Is there like a solution, so to say? For someone like her, I know how bitter she would have felt. For somebody who doesn't even know her to talk about her childlessness, that's like the extreme actually.
Now,
from a woman's side now.
Yes,
yeah.
From a woman's side. From me to that troll, are you living with them? Is it your business? What do you have to say? Are you the husband? Funny enough, let me tell you, some of these couples we see already have an agreed time that we are not going to have babies till after 4 years.
Right, I agree with
Let
that.
us enjoy ourselves. Let's build up a life. And if you notice, since she got married to her husband, they've been building themselves back to back.
Yeah.
How about that was the agreement? Because immediately after the marriage, she became his manager.
And she was even acting. She was
acting, yes. And most of their top movies, they are always power couples, and it comes out like a bomb. So why would you be insensitive? But that's one thing about having insensitive people having phone and having their cheap datas.
Okay, that was straight, but it's fine. I understand.
Yes, because with a cheap data, you go online to say bullshit. If you check some of these trolls now, if you check some of them, if you check their family, we have like 4 or 5 people going through some of those things.
True.
But they are putting their belief on another person.
I think it's just so much. I mean, you won't really blame people, so to say, because when you are a celebrity, so to say, you are out there, right? Your business becomes the business of your fans or people who reported.
If you are my fan, you would love me, you will not criticize me. Do you understand?
But don't you also think, I mean, even the celebrities that we're talking about, they are also part of this trolling thing? Because, now, why do I say this? We've seen instances where a celebrity, just to push his or her work, can do something back end, just so that people talk. For instance, I know this is more like a sensitive, issue, and I don't want to believe anybody would want to use that to push his or her career or push his or her work, right? But I know that these things happen. Celebrities could go back end and, just to push their work, do a lot of stuff. I'm just saying.
The question now is, this person we are talking about, we've watched her for years. We've seen her grow. We know her trio. There are certain things that when we see, we can say, yes, this is Mobimpe. From what I see, this is not it. Now, yes, there are some celebrities, but the person involved right now cannot do such a thing. You know why? She's big, she's big. So far her husband comes out and do some of those funny skits, the movie will sell. You don't need to do too much. The movie will sell. Latifa Dimeji is one person the society loves so much. Yeah,
and he's actually a very experienced.
Yes, and he's a very respectable person. I've met him in person. When I met him in person, he was so humble. He loves people. So that alone has placed him on a hierarchy. Do you understand? Now, going back to trolling a woman who is expectant and all of that, we have people that expect children for like 12 to 15 years. We have 20 years. This lady's marriage is barely how many years?
A short, 5 years.
A very short time. So why are you guys pressuring her? Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And again, the video and all of that. Probably, now let me say something. This video might be a video from one of a movie clip and all of that that came out there and is trending. But in all of this, even though it's not what we think, she reading the comments and reading all of these things will trigger her to an extent. My own advice to people out there is, it's just like what we were discussing the other day. When you see people, you don't have to show how you feel. You don't have to come there because you have things in your mind and you type. We have celebrities that hide their pregnancies.
Right.
And after 9 months, they come and post it. There are people that see them,
like Banky W. Actually,
thank you. There are people that see them back end, but they didn't say anything. You know why? It's their business. It's their choice to come out there and put it there that they are pregnant. It's their choice to tell you, okay, I want to review in 9 months. We have celebrity. It's like Oloyebi, Tomike Adoriye. Oloyebi, that's how she does her pregnancy. She has given birth. She will use like her first month to second month to be posting throwback pictures of pictures she has taken during her pregnancy. But we are family members. We can tell you that, for Oloyebi, that's what I'm saying, true. Like, we've known somebody for a while, you should know they are true. Once Oloyebi start posting back-to-back pregnancy pictures, you'll be like, Oloyebi has given birth. She's just giving us all the juice for now.
Just to end this conversation, there was something you mentioned that I actually liked, and it draws me back to the interview of Davido some days ago, where he said he noticed one of his team members, one of his artists, which is signed to one of his music record label. He said he noticed the guy was reading comments about, what people had to say about him and all that. And he was like, are you okay? Why are you reading those comments? Those comments will never do anything well for you, rather than degrade you and degrade whatever you do, right? So I just feel like maybe these celebrities should have a way of adjusting to, one, their expectation, right? And also knowing how to manage their social media page or manage the whole fame and all of that. I don't know if you understand what I mean, actually.
It will take time.
It will take time.
And again, you need to know that a man can easily manage his emotions when it comes to these things, but when it's a woman, it takes time. We are naturally soft.
Yeah, I agree.
When we see certain things, it triggers us. A woman might tell you, "No, it didn't get to me," but when she's in the bathroom dating,
Right.
or when she's making up, or when she's wiping her face, those things keep coming to her head, and it keeps replaying like a movie inside her head. The voice are echoing. The things. If it's a comment, there's something putting it. That voice will be reading out the comments in her head. Now that's why some people will come and say, when I came to this space newly, you guys got to me, but now I'll see, from me to all the celebrities out there, it's just like Avin of Lagos. If any troll should troll you, please.
Throwback.
There are levels to trolling. There's a new level of trolling now.
Okay.
Put obituary picture
Of what?
of the person.
Okay.
They will avoid your page.
Come on, please. Let's. This your advice is going somewhere else.
I did not see 7 days wake up on Instagram for one troll. And the troll will be on that page.
I don't know why you become a celebrity. I don't know.
People will avoid my page.
But anyways, thank you so much. That's actually I like what you said, and you know while you were speaking, there was this emotional reflection, or I don't know. Everywhere was just quiet, and it felt like maybe they should add like an effect to make it complete. But it's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a music break right now, and when we come back, we have a special guest. You do not want to actually miss this conversation we'll be having after this break. But when we come back, it's still tea time on Plus TV Africa. We'll be back.